Hi there, my name is Nadernejad and I run an online reputation management business, currently running it remotely and traveling Montreal, scoping it out as a potential place to live, looking at the industry, looking at the world in Montreal, and getting familiarized with the place. So I'm so pumped to be in Montreal. I'm really enjoying the time. Right now I'm just about 2 kilometers up from the Old Port. Now the Old Port stretches along the St. Lawrence River. It's a historic hub. It's about 2 kilometers long, and a lot of tourists like to gather here. So if you look around me, there's a lot of people new to Montreal, pointing around, taking pictures, taking selfies. I probably look like one of them right now. I mean, technically, I guess I am a tourist. But I found my favorite coffee shop near the Old Port. I like this area because it's busy. They're a big coffee shop, so they have good Wi-Fi, a lot of seating area. A lot of the coffee shops around here are takeout only, which is fine. I mean, if I'm going for a coffee, but somebody who works online and needs the hustle and bustle of the city is constantly looking for people and constantly looking for energy and liveliness around the city. So the Old Port's really good to work. I'll probably grab myself like a double shot of espresso, work throughout the day, and then for lunchtime, one of my favorite parts is I gravitate towards Chinatown, which is a little bit down there. So some of you who watch my regular videos are probably wondering, hey, did you leave Halifax? And the answer is yes. The reason why I haven't told anybody is because I decided just 2 weeks ago, hey, you know what, I need a scenery change. You know, the world's remote during the pandemic. Everyone working with my business who's either doing the writing or account management is remote, either in New Brunswick or Halifax. And I got really comfortable over the last, couple months saying, hey, I don't really need to be in this location. I could go anywhere I want. So Montreal was one of those cities I really wanted to check out. I, of course, been to Quebec before, but I've never been to Montreal City. Never stepped foot in the city and experienced it for real. So here we are. Very, very European vibes. Very beautiful city. And some amazing, interesting people. So I'll always order a double shot of espresso for the largest caffeine boost. Okay, so I have my espresso, and the question is, did I leave Halifax for Montreal? The direct answer is yes. Currently, I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say whether, a city captures you immediately, but honestly, it's lively. It's great. There's so much to do. So the answer is maybe. So it's normal for me in a day to drink a lot of caffeine because I'll bring my laptop to work outside. And I guess you could call me a sort of a digital nomad, but I usually stay in places for a little bit of time. That's where I'm the most productive. So I'm here for about a month and a half at least. So crack the laptop out and let's work. So I just finished work at the cafe and I'm heading down to the Montreal Chinatown, and I have no idea where I'm going, so I'm using this phone so I can hopefully find out where I'm going, and it's gonna be a blast. And I can't wait because we're in a new city, these are new experiences, this is a new life, so let's get started. So we're about 5 minutes away from Chinatown. So one of the things that fascinates me in Montreal versus Halifax is the sheer volume of people. It's the hustle bustle of the city, and I've had some people tell me that, you know what, it's a lot quicker pace here than any other city in Canada. It's comparable to Toronto, it's comparable to Vancouver. While that might be true, I find that it still is not super busy. I mean, having been to Bangkok, having been to Saigon, having been to big cities, and knowing the hustle bustle of the motorcycle, the hustle bustle of the people, it's not as crazy as some might think, but it's still fast-paced, it's still unique, and it's got an interesting edge. So I hope to highlight that and show you the amazing things the city has to offer. It's gonna be a blast. So stay tuned. So again, I've lived in many different cities around the world for like a month, 2 months, and when you're there for that amount of time, you may not know everything, but just making sure I don't get hit by a car. You may not know everything, but you tend to get a sense of a gut feeling of the pace. And one of the issues I frequently run into is my pace is faster than any city I've ever been to. It tends to speed up because I feed off the environment, right? So I've been to Saigon and felt like Saigon District 9 was too slow. Went to District 1, felt like District 1 was too repetitive. So I always joke, if there was a mega city on another planet, I would thrive best on it. Basically, I'm kind of like an alien. Anyway, as you can see, there's a lot of green spaces in Montreal, and I really like the green spaces. And we were also approaching Chinatown. We were approaching happiness, and we were approaching food because I'm hungry. Welcome to Montreal's Chinatown, located in the area of de la Gauchetière. As you can see, there's a lot of people around here. There's a lot of action, and also there are a lot of good smells. There's a lot of good food. So other than just going over the history and just going over what's here, I want to go over the experience. I want you to experience Chinatown like I am. So we're gonna eat together. I'm going to encourage you to grab a snack as well. Fun fact for you is Montreal's Chinatown is one of the oldest Chinese communities in North America. Emerging first in the 1890s, Chinese railroad workers moved down here from the west to the east to set up shop and get started here. You know, as we say on the channel, launch up like a rocket. And that's why you find all this culture and vibrancy and food and amazingness here. But one thing that's also been emerging here in Montreal recently is real estate developments. Real estate developments and gentrification are also pushing out a lot of small business owners in this area. And it's a crisis the city is dealing with and trying to work around, because of course we want to preserve all the cultures here in Montreal and in Canada, because they add texture, they add layers, and they add vibrancy to our communities. But enough of that. Let's get started, let's have a bite to eat, and let's enjoy the day. So this place is called Patisserie jourd Dim Sum. So here I am just waiting for my order, and I'm pretty excited to try it now. I ordered 2 soy eggs, I ordered pork et choux, so like cabbage and pork, and I also ordered, what was the other thing I ordered? Spring rolls. So overall, I just see this as a very convenient, practical, quick place to eat. It almost reminds me of භᴜ괜. You know භᴜ괜 in Amsterdam or the Netherlands. It's just really simple. Pick up some food, go. Like this cost me maybe $5. So it's really a decent deal, right? If you're looking for a quick lunch, you're in a hurry, you're in a rush. Actually, this is really good. It definitely beats a bun you would buy at the store. Like, I'm tasting crispy onion in there. It tastes a little fresher than it usually would. I'm tasting onion, cabbage. So my rating for this, if I had to be fussy, I'd say it's 2.8 or a 3 out of 5. It's okay. We can go for more flavor, more punch, more of that like kind of juicy pork feeling, but combined with maybe more of like a hoisin or a sweet, something to offset that bam. It doesn't really give me that punch, but it still has that nice Chinese flavor. And this is a spring roll. Of course, the spring roll being a spring roll, it's very possible this just came out of a box. That being said, 2 out of 5. Okay, so that was good. We tried our food. C'est bon, allons-y. Alors, je vais essayer des autres nourritures ici. Here, I've ordered a little bit of duck, a little bit of rice, and we're gonna give it a shot. Again, this is restaurant eating. We're gonna see how it tastes like. Duck and rice is one of my all-time favorite meals, but also I love the Beijing-style duck and the pancake, a little bit of the spring onion, the hoisin sauce, and it has that punch that I was talking about in the previous restaurant. The punch I look for in all food, especially in all Chinese food. Chinese cuisine is one of my favorite cuisines of all time, so I'm really happy to be here, to be trying some of the food, and hopefully as the world opens up a little bit, we can go back to China again. So take a look at this beautiful food. We have a few things here. I'm going to point them out to you. We have a little bit of rice, some bok choy, and some duck. And then also I believe this is a bit of hoisin sauce and some green ginger. So I've just stopped at another coffee shop, and I'm in the midst of exploring. I'm in the midst of enjoying Montreal. So I will update you. There will be more videos to come. I've changed into some more comfortable clothes, so I'm going to get some work out the way. And in the meantime, let me know what you want to see in the city, and be sure to stay tuned. If you haven't yet, subscribe, and thank you for watching.